Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're having a wonderful start to your week. Happy Monday to you all. Today we're going to be talking about Lumen stock after their earnings, and is the stock going to zero? Without further ado, let's get into the video. Like we stated, our Lumen's earnings were a complete disaster. You had 20% gap down on Lumen from bottom to bottom, about 25%, 20% where it settled. And now you've been trading in this range that after this big move, kind of digesting that move, basing around the $3.89 area. So where do we see the stock going from here? Well, you're below all the moving averages. Your 50 is so far extended from where you are now. So there's not a lot of hope for this to come back to that 50 anytime soon. On top of with this gap down, you don't have a lot of price action that's going to push you back up. Gaps usually get filled like this when there's some catalyst to go to the upper side. So you have to ask yourself, what catalyst is going to drive the stock upward? We did talk about this area as a possible support zone for Lumen. And if we look at the daily where our Lux Algo zone was, you're sitting right in that $3 Lux Algo zone range. So logically, that's where we found support. You could get a pop up to the $5.61, but like I said, you have to fill this gap. It's a 20% gap. You're going to need a huge catalyst to push you up higher, because if buyers were able to abandon the stock in one day, have a 20% drop, what would encourage them to step back in? Yes, the price could be discounted, but if I get another 20% haircut, 30% haircut, what if Lumen falls to $1 or sub $2? You're looking at a 50% haircut. Even this range that you're in now, you're basically trading in this range of between 5 and 10% from top to bottom. So definitely something that you got to be cautious out. And even if we look, let's say people that bought at the top of the wick to where are now, a 6% haircut, 10% haircut if it's towards the bottom. So you're not having those 1-2% losses, you're having a 10% loss, and people are probably over leveraged in the company, because usually with these companies that, oh, I'm gonna buy the dip gets dipper. There could be a bull case here, just because if I look at the daily MACD, that it's starting to pinch together, but the thing is, and RSI as well, so you could have a nice pop up probably to the $4 and $45 range. I wouldn't really want to get in there, because like you see MACD crosses here, you have a nice pop up and then just sell off. So you're really going to come up to this $4 region probably, and for $4.50 probably cross over, then start heading lower, because everyone's just going to be running for the exit. They're going to be looking at, oh, 10% loss instead of 20. Okay, so just get out. Long term, if we look at the weekly, which should be our #1 indicator for where this stock is heading, it's just a damn waterfall right now. You're starting to get increasing volume. On top of, you have this A to B pattern here from swing high to the last pivot point, which completes right in this -$3 region. So the harmonics are telling you long term that this stock is going to zero. Our price target is almost zero for Lumen when it comes to the indicator zones. Coming up, like you have that $5-6 area that could be your first resistance, and possibly if you get up here to $7, but it's such a slim chance to get up there. It's absolutely insanity. If we look at the 2 hour just to see if it's telling us anything in the short term, you're heading a price action zone that you had previous sell off that you gapped down, so you're probably heading lower. You're probably going to break this low, and I wouldn't be surprised to see that Lumen is going to continue to break these lows and head lower without any support. If we look at the price action of when we were back here, so the last time we were in this region was 1988. Your first support was 383, and then your next support could be this swing point here of $3.62. And if we break that, I would say you probably waterfall down to the region of $2.62. So my opinion is to avoid the company. That, like I said in the last video, there's way better value. There's way better value in the market to explore, rather than a company that has the possibility of giving you a 20% haircut just when you get in. Your standard haircut on this company is probably 5 to 10% before everyone runs out. And also the question is, what happens if you get that volume capitulation rally down and you losing liquidity there because everyone's just trying to get out, and you're trying to fill an order to get out with your skin partially intact, and you can, and the company goes to zero. You just take 100% loss, and there's no recovering from that. To me, it's pretty much bearish. I do see the stock going to zero in the near term probably being the next 3 to 6 months. You could form a bottom around that region of like $2, $3 to then trade in for a while. But you could also take into account, you could just scalp if you're a nimble day trader, probably like swing high, swing low, previous swing high, swing low, and could be an interesting get in, get out play for quick scalps. I personally don't like trading those just because I don't have the time, and my time's precious to me for the risk that's associated with it. But I would like to hear everyone else's thoughts on what they think they see, or what value do they see in this company. Personally, I see no value in the company. I think it's going to zero. I really want you guys to tell us what you think about it, and also tell us any stocks that you want us to review. Just throw the ticker symbol down in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you guys like this type of video, and subscribe if you guys want more of it. We do weekend deep dives on the market, weekly updates on the market when big events happen, and also we cover almost all the big earnings that are coming up, give you the bull and the bear scenario. So stay tuned for more of that, and I will see you guys on Tuesday. Have a great day.